Hey everybody, Don here again. Man, I am some excited today. Karen and I are doing a little yard work, and my cell phone rang, and it was the guys from Contoocook River Canoe Kayak, and my new native Slayer Max just got pulled off the truck, so I'm heading there to pick it up now. Can't wait. So I'm at Contoocook River Canoe and Kayak. This is actually Concord. I thought it was Boscawen.
Yeah, just barely on that Concord border.
Yep. And there's my new boat. It is sweet. Look at all these boats. Man.
Here you go, sir.
Austin, thank you.
Cool.
All right.
For your business. If you want, you can back right up to...
Yeah, I'll get a little bit closer.
Yeah, back right up to that orange cone, and we'll help you load it right up.
Awesome. First thing I'm going to need to do is come up with some different kind of rail system to tie it down. Thing only weighs 80 pounds, but it's just all right, come on, baby. Voila. Yeah, see, it's not very much longer. It just looks a whole lot bigger. Let's get the truck out of here. All right, there it is. The Bucktails Armada. The fleet. All right, well, let's do a little quick rundown on my kayak. So, you guys have seen this one before. This is my native Watercraft Ultimate 12, and like I said, it's more like a canoe, and I've got it decked out for fishing pretty good, and I love this boat, but problem for me in it is twofold. It's really more like a canoe, so if I get out in a big lake, I take on water, well, I'm going down. Secondly, the seat just doesn't sit up high enough, and after 4 or 5 hours on the water, you know, even with this thing, my back starts getting a little bit sore. So I pulled the trigger on this one. It was the Slayer Max. It's the Propel 12.5. This boat is only 6 inches longer than that boat, but you can tell it's a way, way bigger boat. And it has the propel drive, which is a trolling motor type pedal unit. So smooth, man. I mean, you can hear some noise in there, but man, that thing is smooth as glass. So let's take a look. Up here you got storage. Everybody complains about these being a little tight. They are a little tight, but I'd rather have them tight than loose. So you got this big storage compartment up front. Goes way back. If you wanted to store rods or something down there, I suppose you could. Here's where you can put your battery and your transducer if you put a fish finder on it. I probably eventually will. I don't know. Depends. Funds are going to be at a premium for a while since I spent the money on this. I like these rod savers or whatever you want to call them. All right, these are both 7-foot rods. I got a strap back here to hold them in place. I like these little tackle box holders. This is a plain old 36. There's a spot for one on each side. I have this seat up in the high position. I don't think I'll ever put it in the low position, but here's the low, so you can see it adjust maybe 3 inches. And you can loosen these and slide the whole thing forward or back, whatever's comfortable for you, where you get your however long your legs are, and then you can lock it back in place. This pops out. Oops, sorry. Put that in there. It aligns the prop, and then it slides right out. Don't hold it by the pedal. And falls right back in. Locks in place up here. I don't think I'll lock it here. You know, it locks here, but if you were pedaling and you hit something, you could get the thing to move up. If you had it locked in, then you'd more than likely break a prop. So I think I'll leave that. And this just clips down here. Got a cup holder, scupper holes. One of the main reasons I wanted this kayak, when I was fishing the Salmon River with Fitzy, he had his Slayer 10, and we got out to the mouth of the salmon into Lake Ontario, and on that boat, I couldn't do it. I didn't have the Huevos. The waves were a little bit big, and if I would have taken a wave on over that boat, I would have gone down. With this, you get the water over the top, you got scupper holes, water drain right back out. So also it's much wider. This boat is 29 inches wide, the Ultimate. This one is 32. So it's a couple of inches wider basically on each side. I guess it got 1.5 inches width. And I think it's going to be much more stable. Let's see, here's the rudder control. Got tons of room back here. You got the place where your paddles can snap in, so you can have your paddles with you. It's got 2 handles on the back. I think I might be able to put 2 of these boxes across the width of this thing. It's so wide. But I'm going to put a set of Sidekick wheels on it, so I can get it up and down to the lake or the river, wherever I'm going, easier. Maybe I'll do a installation on that later tonight. Yeah, that's the new boat. I'm excited to use it, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to rig up a different way to carry it in the truck. The way I have those 2x4s rigged up is to fit on the tunnel hull on that, and the hull on this is totally different. Everything I've read about this pointy hull, it cuts through the water and it does not let water come up over the front, even in pretty heavy waves. So tomorrow I'm taking this baby out and I'm going back down to the marsh just to see what the scoop is with the bass down there. I'm just jonesing to get on the water, and I'm going to try to get that out. I'm on furlough all week next week, so I'm going to have plenty of time to get on the water. I'm going to get this thing rigged up with some GoPro mounts, and I'm going to get the wheels put on it, and then I'm going to rig up something different for the back of the truck. So that's it. All right, well, I've been messing around with the landing gear and I put a crate back in the back just for the testing it out and make sure everything fits. So let me show you how this thing looks. So you got to play around with it here in the back a little bit, because when you put this landing gear in, whatever you want to call that, you know, if you put it up front, you could block these, and you got to be careful of these, you know, these rod holders. And you want to make sure you have room for your crate. I mean, look at how much space there is behind here. I mean, that's just a ton of space. I mean, I could put camping gear and stuff back there. So I have one side of the Sidekick up, and that's what it'll look like when it's in the up position. And there it is in the down position. And you know, I've got the seat in the high position. You know, this is probably what I'll fish with is, you know, I'll have Senkos and hooks and stuff on that side and spinner baits and stuff on that side. And just the stuff that I'm going to use the most. And then everything else can go back in here. A big Plano box for when I'm going after pike. That's going to be able to fit back in there. And then there is just, look at that. There's just a ton of room underneath. So yeah, this is not a very in-depth walk around setup, but it's what's going on. So tomorrow I'm going out in this. I don't even think I'm going to bother putting the crate back in it because everything I need is in that bag right there. So, all right. Yeah, I'm one step closer to being able to go out in it. Maybe I'll get out in it tomorrow. I do have to build another rack for the truck. Thanks for watching.